whenever you will be writing answers, whenever you start to write an answer of poetry, you will always write an introductory line, and that introductory line will be this one. This is a very befitting line to write an introductory line of an answer. See, it's given over here. John Brown is an anti-war song that Dylan. So instead of writing Dylan, what you can write it over here is as the name of the poet, that is Bob Dylan. Okay, so that is John Brown is an anti-war song that Bob Dylan wrote in the year 1962. Though writing the year will not fetch you marks, that hardly matters if you write the name of the year or not. It tells the story of a young man. Now this gives the introduction of the chapter, what the chapter is all about. So it is written here, it tells the story of a young man, John Brown, who proudly marched off to war expecting to find glory and win medals, but returned many months later all shot up with a disfigured face and was barely able to talk. He told his mother of his horrible experience on the battlefield and how he felt like a puppet in a play. The song ends with a young man dropping his medals into his mother's hand. So basically, when you are going to write answers relating to these kind, so whenever you will write answers relating to a poem, you can introduce these 4, 5, 6 lines in as an introductory line or as introductory line in your answers, and that will be more than enough for writing the introduction of the chapter. Okay. So these are always mentioned in your workbooks. If you find in your workbooks, this portion is always mentioned, and it's going to be really helpful to you also. Okay. Now open page 98. You will find that there is the theme of the poem mentioned, which talks about the fatality of war. Fatality of war means that what it actually tells us is that wars are fatal in nature. They do not lead to any kind of benefits to any human beings. Moreover, they are of no use. They lead to destruction only. They lead to loss of men, money, material, everything. And even though if a particular country or an you can say one army or one particular army wins also the battle, the winning army is also at a state of loss only, because it has lost number of its people, and then they have called it as a win-win game, but it is actually not. So wars, if you talk about, wars are never said to be something which actually fetch profits to anyone. They are always make a country stand at loss only. That loss though will be honored with a tag name called as victory. Okay, so this is what has been told over here. And moreover, if you also talk about you can say the participants, that is the ones who are actually participating in war, like the soldiers and all the people who are there present in the battlefield, they really do not have any role in the wars. They actually do not have any role, and moreover they do not even know at times what is the reason why they are fighting against the other party. Okay, but as they are just told that yes, you are going to be a participant of our country or a representative or a soldier of our country, and you are going to fight against so and so country. So in that you can say that aura, they are all the time having that mindset that they have to kill the person who comes always in front of them or the opponent party. But if you talk as far as you can say, if you talk as from the perspective of a human being, it is absolutely not of any use that a person has killed one who is just of his own kind. Okay, that means we are killing our own race, and that is of no use. So that has all been explained through the poem, and it is also a poem which also tells you about a boy named as John Brown. Now the basic character or the name of the character in himself is John Brown. He was a boy, or you can say a young boy, who was made to participate or be a part of a war. Now when he was made to be a part of the war, he was leaving from his homeland to be a part in the battlefield. So during the time when he was leaving, his mother was quite very proud. She was feeling very very proud of the fact that now her son is going to be presenting over there as a soldier. Plus, she did not have anything of a sort in her mind which would have told her that there is going to be a mental or a physical loss of her own child also. She was only making her child focus on the fact that you are going to go over there and you will be getting glory over there, you will be getting you will be really making us proud, and plus you will also gain number of medals. And she also said that when you will get those medals back home, I will hang them on these walls. So this is what has been told over here in this poem, where it has been described in the form of a small story of a soldier who is actually trying to describe about that wars are absolutely fatal in nature. They have no connections with any human being or the participants who are there in the war, but then too, due to the fact that they feel that they will be actually glorified and they will be, you can say, given that reverend estimation and all, due to that all those things, they go and being a part of it, later on actually they face number of kind of psychological, mental and physical pain. So this is what the whole poem is all about. Now when we'll read line by line, you will understand the poem in more detail. Okay, so this is what the theme of the poem is. So if you're asked a question in reference to what the theme of the poem is, then you can talk about the theme describing what John Brown as a soldier felt when he was going to fight for a war, and what has the poet, that is Bob Dylan, tried to explain with the fact that wars are fatal in nature. Okay. Now in page 17 of your textbooks also, just open your textbooks and see page number 17 of your textbooks. It is written at the end of the page, the last paragraph. It is written about, again, an introductory line only. You can use it also as an introductory line. It's written here, John Brown is an anti-war lyric written in October 1962. The song was never included on any of Dylan's official studio albums. That means it's not a part of any of the albums or songs. The song highlights the toll war takes on young men who are blinded by the aura of heroism. That means there are young men who are actually blinded with this aura that yes, they are going to be like privileged, they are going to be praised, and they are going to be feel proud of themselves, and due to that all those things in their mind, they do not know what the realities will be or what will be the gruesome realities which they are actually going to face in the future by being a part of a war. Then it is mentioned over here that's why it's written here, the toll the war takes on young men who are blinded by the aura of heroism, and machismo surrounded war only to realize later that they were nothing but cannon fodder. That means they were just nothing, but actually they were acting as a fodder for those cannonballs. Okay, so this is what the whole poem is all about. It is actually in the form of a song, and is all about, the song is all about the destruction which actually leads to a soldier or a human being when he becomes a part of a war without even knowing the reason why he is going to fight against the person standing in front of him. Now when we start off with the poem, the initial part of the poem only, it starts with John Brown. That's written over here as John Brown, written by Bob Dylan. John Brown went off to war to fight on a foreign shore. Foreign shore refers to a foreign land. That means he went, John Brown is the name of the soldier. That boy who was going to fight for a foreign shore, to go to fight over there in a foreign country, fight against in a foreign country. His mama sure was proud of him. Now his mama here means his mother. Now his mother was very very surely proud of him. She was very very feeling proud of him, thinking of the fact that what all things and the way he will be you can say praised over there, the way he is going to be mesmerized, the way he is going to be like recognized by the people and all those things. So it also tells you that his mother was quite very proud of him. Now this paragraph actually describes about the day when he was initially going for the war for the first time. Okay, So it says over here, his mama was sure, was proud of him. He stood straight and tall in his uniform, and all his mama's face broke out all in a grin. Now he was standing. Now this is the appearance that has been told about that person, that is Bob Dylan, that is John Brown, that when he was standing in front of his mother wearing that uniform of being a soldier, and then the mother was feeling quite very proud of the fact that she was now the mother of a soldier who is going to fight against an army. So it's written over here, his mama's face broke out all in a grin. A grin means a kind of a smile, and that smile was accompanied with a sense of proud. Okay, so she was having a lot of sense of proud in her heart somewhere, and that is why she was smiling with a grin when she saw her son standing straight tall in front of him wearing that uniform of a soldier. Then she says all these things to her, saying, "Oh son, you look so fine. I'm glad you are son of mine." Now she says, now these words again represent the pride and the happiness that was present in her heart. So therefore she says and talks to her son, saying, "Oh son, you look so fine." That means you look so very good in this dress, or in this uniform rather, of a soldier. I'm glad you are a son of mine. And then she tells also to him that I'm really happy that you are my son. Now she is over here again expressing her proud, telling her son that I am really, really proud of you as a mother. You make me proud to know you hold a gun. Now she's telling him that when I look at you when you're holding a gun in your hand, I really feel proud to look at you in that manner. That means that appearance of yours holding a gun in your hand makes me feel really proud of you. Do what the captain says, lots of medals you will get, and we'll put them on the wall when you come home. Now she what says is, this is the instruction that she gives to her son, that be very, very particular about what the captain is telling you all the time to do. So what she says over here is that whatever is being instructed to you, please be very particular about it. That means be very particular about all the instructions that are given to you. That means do whatever the captain asks you to do. Don't ever miss the instructions that are given by the captain. And then when you will follow the instructions of the captain well, then you will definitely win lots of medals. That's why she says lots of medals you will get, and then those medals we are going to put them on the wall when you come home. Now she says that, and then we are going to just place those medals on the wall when you will come back home over here. As that old train pulled out, now this paragraph tells about the point of time when he has boarded the train and the soldier or John was about to leave. So it's written here, as that old train pulled out, it was just about to move. John's mother began to shout. Now she just started to shout out aloud, telling everyone in the neighborhood, that's my son, that is about to go, he's a soldier now, you know. Now this is expressing again her sense of being quite very proud and showy, that she was trying to show off also to others also. That is why she was, when she found that her son has boarded the train and was about to move, then she started to shout out aloud, so as to make sure that the neighbors and the other people surrounding her were able to listen to what she wanted to tell them. So what she tries was to tell them was that telling everyone in the neighborhood that is my son. She was just pointing out towards the train and saying that is actually my son who's about to go, and he's a soldier now, you know. Now she's saying that he has now converted into a soldier. Now he is a soldier now, you know. That means please, you must know that he is actually a soldier now. That actually, you know, is again representing a sense of pride which she wanted to show off to the people, that her son is actually a soldier. She made well sure her neighbors understood, and she also made sure that whatever she was saying was well understood by them. That means she was very, very particular and specific about the fact that whatever she was saying to those neighbors, or whatever she wanted to tell to those neighbors, they were absolutely getting each and every minute detail, because she wanted to feel and live in that sense of pride in the absence of her son. Okay, further it is written here, she got a letter once in a while and her face broke into a smile, and she showed them to people from next door. Now it's written over here, at times she used to get letters from her son. So what had happened is, at times, like when her son used to get time during his service slot, he used to, whenever get time, he used to send her letters. So it's written here, she got a letter once in a while and her face broke into a smile. And then when she used to see the letter of her son, and the soldier's son rather, she used to like smile, and then she used to like, in order to show off in front of people, she used to show them to the people from next door. From next door means the neighbors and all. She used to always show those letters and everything of her son to those neighbors, and she bragged about her son with his uniform and gun. And she used to also brag means boast. She also used to boast about her son, that her son is actually a very good fellow, and moreover she's very proud of him when he wears the uniform and when he holds that gun in his hand. So all those things actually represented that she was quite very proud of him. So it's written here, and she bragged about her son with his uniform and gun, and these things you called a good old-fashioned war. And now she is trying to tell that you call all these things as a good old-fashioned war. Now what does that mean is, when you call it as a good old-fashioned war, is basically Bob Dylan is actually mocking the idea of good old-fashioned war, which is not good at all. Like, people actually always regarded wars to be bad things. So she is actually mocking at the idea that you regard as those wars to be wars to be bad things. But he is saying in a way that Bob Dylan is actually mocking the idea of that good old-fashioned war, which is not good at all, considering the fact that a man kills another man. Now she is actually trying to tell over here that here, when a person is having those guns and those facilities with him, then he is equipped enough to kill the person standing in front of him, which represents his strength and bravery as well. Okay. Oh, good old-fashioned war. Again, that exclamatory remark is there. Then the letters ceased to come. Then after some span of time, the letters which the mother used to get from her son, they stopped to come. For a long time, they did not come also. For a long span of time, the letters